and the New Orleans Hornets. Hi, I'm Marv Alvin, along with the czar, Mike Fratello. Let's go courtside for the player introductions.
Starting at center, Nene. Starting at guard, Dante Jones. Starting at forward, Kenyon Martin. Starting at the other guard, Chauncey Billups. Starting at the other forward, Carmelo Anthony. The coach, Jeff Ziedler.
Denver gains control of the tip, and they look to get things started here. Anthony guarded by Anderson. The Hornets are stifling their opponents tonight. Fires from downtown. The three doesn't go. Jones surrounded. Comes up empty. He takes the rebound. On the shot clock. Anthony had a hurry, drops the long two.
Now that is something he does pretty well. He's able to ignore the defender coming in for the block, keeps his focus on the release, and nails the jumper.
A nice job of keeping his concentration to hit that shot. Coleman puts it up, hits it from the paint. Jones setting it up. Only 5 to get a shot off. The Nuggets have a 3-point lead.
Anthony gets the bucket with the defense right in his face. What a shot.
Jones trying to collect himself after the contact.
Can't say for certain, but it's probably his left leg. He's one of their best players. If this injury turns out to be a bad one, other players will have to step up to fill the void.
Anthony with the foul. That's his first personal, first team foul. He gets it to fall. Martin is on it. The Hornets are playing tight defense. 10 to put it up. What a move! Carmelo Anthony. Backs him down. Coleman from close range gets 2 from in close.
The Hornets passed it to the low post and got a tough basket in the paint.
Ten-second showing on the shot clock.
Anthony is firing on all cylinders now. He's up to 4 in a row from the field. Everything is clicking for him on offense.
Here's Miller, off the mark from downtown. Billups is met by Anderson. Shot clock showing 4. Anthony has to hurry. Nene with the helper. It's been a great stretch. The hot shooting has been a big factor in keeping this team in front.
You're right, Marv. They're doing a nice job of protecting the lead.
Guarded by Billups.
His timing was perfect. That was a spectacular block.
That should help energize his teammates at the defensive end. Ten seconds to get a shot off. Defended hard by Anderson. Shot clock is down to 5. 3 to shoot. Billups at the basket. Finger rolls it for 2. Anderson sets it up near the top. Ten on the shot clock. He doesn't go for the fake. 5 on the shot clock. 3 on the clock. Coleman launching from downtown. Can't hit the turnaround.
The poor shooting is a result of a lack of execution on the offensive end. They need to regroup, run their offensive sets, and start scoring the basketball. That's a definite mismatch when you compare his offensive ability to his man's ability to defend. That's not a matchup the defense wants to see.
Anderson directing traffic from the left side. Here's Brown. No good. The contact forced him to adjust his shot, and he couldn't make it stick. Billups defended by Anderson. That's a tough matchup.
His defender will definitely have his hands full trying to guard him.
Martin with the jump shot. The setup by Billups. Brings it up court. Coleman setting up down low. The 2's no good. Martin grabs the rebound.
It's getting very physical out there. They did a tremendous job of converting a difficult play. Great pass and finish on the alley-oop.
The Hornets take a timeout. He doesn't bite on the fake. Coleman working on his defender. He elevates. The 2's no good. Hits the finger roll. Billups with a step outside the line. Mashburner in traffic. The close one's no good. Terrific defensive stop down low by Nene. Billups stepped out of bounds. Batted away by Nene. The Nuggets.
Denver.
Four players now subbing in for the Nuggets. Anthony with the jumper. Yes, New Orleans is having its share of problems at the defensive end.
It's tough to win games playing lazy defense.
Anderson on the left side. Anderson steals it. Patience being shown by the Nuggets. Anthony picked up by Coleman. He has the upper hand in this matchup, Czar.
No doubt. He knows it, and he's going to try and capitalize on it.
Can't hit for two. McGlure with the hustle. Tight defense by Anderson from the post. Misses the two. Coleman is going to work. Has to shoot. He puts it up. He made his man adjust his shot, resulting in that miss. Good defense being played by Anthony. Anderson is not buying. Wilkins with the delivery.
Anthony.
Wilkins with the nice defensive play.
The quick hands to strip the ball and run it back the other way.
The Hornets need to do a better job of getting back on defense.
There's no excuse for being outnumbered in transition.
Wilkins comes up with it.
And they run it back up court. A nice defensive stop that time, using his quick hands to get the steal.
Looking to hit, comes up empty. We're seeing tremendous defensive pressure being applied by Anthony. Smith from outside, good for three. Puts it up. The two's no good.
Elson, nice job of denying the open look to force the miss.
2 minutes to go.
Smith sets it up near the middle. Smith covered by Brown. Ball's passed around by the Nuggets. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Able to finger roll. He sets up on the right.
The Nuggets are still up by double digits and off to a tremendous start.
The Hornets playing airtight defense. Fires from the perimeter. Can't hit from downtown. He comes back down with the board. Layup's good. Mashburn elevates. Can't hit for two. Elson on the miss. Smith from in close gets two with the finger roll. We have about 40 seconds left to play in this quarter. McGlure from down low. McGlure is fouled on the shot, and he is sent to the line. Good on the first. McGlure sinks them both. Miller returns now for the Hornets. Sets it up. Less than 24 now. The shot clock is turned off. 10 seconds to go in this quarter. Putting up the prayer.
For three.
The first quarter comes to an end. The Nuggets lead by 23. They've played exceptionally well so far in this game.
There's still lots of time left. They can't afford to relax defensively.
Jones is able to return to action.
This is a bit of a surprise. The status report we received earlier definitely indicated he had injured himself. We'll have to keep an eye on him to see how much of an impact he can make while playing injured.
10 seconds showing on the shot clock. The three doesn't go. Smith challenged the three and made it difficult for the offensive player to connect.
Mark, that was an example of great perimeter defense.
Jones from up close, finger rolls it out.
The Hornets have had only a few good moments on the offensive end and seem to be struggling to get on the roll.
Ten to put it up. Guarded closely by McLaurin. Hits the two. Advances up court. Anderson working from the middle. Tries one from the perimeter. The score is 39-19. Dene able to throw it down.
He's explosive around the basket, Marv. He moves extremely well for a big man and has the ball handling skills and the quickness to get by the defenders to get to the rim.
Smith sends it back.
He knew exactly when to go for the block. Great anticipation.
With the jumper. Yes.
Smith.
Anderson, played by Billups. Ten on the shot clock. Here's Coleman. Lays it home. Ten seconds to get a shot off. Post shot is no good.
Good interior defense will help win games.
That was a solid defensive play by McLaurin. Jones looking to hit from downtown. Mashburn comes away with the ball. We're seeing some passing by New Orleans. That's a matchup in his favor.
Look for him to go at his defender and try to get some points.
Jones in heavy traffic. Finger rolls. No good. Brings it up court. Anderson up on the shooter. Misfires from downtown. Good anticipation by the defender.
He made him think he had a good look, then took it away quickly with some nice hustle.
With the pull-up, Bowen gives him no room. No good from the right of the circle. Setting it up on the right. Coleman is fouled and only charged to Nahara. Martin coming back in for the Nuggets. Jones sets it up near the top.
Denver foul to number 32, Ryan
Bowen with the foul. That's his first personal, first team foul. Mashburn is good on the first. Two for two. The Hornets started the second with some nice play and have narrowed the gap here to 20. Jones with the steal.
He picked the right moment to go for the steal.
And his tough defense caused that turnover. Jamal Mashburn, the spectacular dunk. Billups with it on the right side. McGlory sends it away. Shot clock showing.
It's a nice steal. Used his quickness to come away with the ball.
Lays it in.
Let's get another look at that play.
With a nice steal.
His man exposed the ball, trying to set up for the first step, and he stripped him of it with his quick hands.
Completely handcuffed by Billups. Jumper's good. He didn't have too much trouble getting that basket.
He just worked his defender, and we'll see a lot more of that if the defense continues with that matchup.
Setting it up on the left. Coleman commits the foul, his first. Anthony heads back in for the Nuggets. Anthony being played by Anderson. McGlory with the foul. That's his first personal, second team foul. Billups from point-blank range. Sets it up. It down with power. Derrick Coleman. The Nuggets passing the ball around the court. From the low block, hits the finger roll.
Martin made a nice move to score the bucket. He's dangerous when he gets the ball down low.
Advances up court. Mashburn elevates and shoots. Comes up empty.
Anthony was able to contest that shot and force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense from him right now.
Finger rolls good.
Hey, Jones.
The Hornets.
For the Hornets.
Brings it up court. Anderson lets it go from the perimeter. Hits the three.
For three.
Pulling up. The two's no good. He gets them the rebound. Setting it up. McGlory working underneath.
That was an exceptional play. The offensive player cut to the hoop and did a nice job of finishing the alley-oop.
The shot.
To number 6, Eddie
They're at the the line and ahead by a comfortable margin. Their coach really had them prepared well for this game.
Jeff Bizdelic's team has a reputation of living up to their coach's nickname, Buzz. They show a lot of tenacity and hustle out on the floor. They really get after their opponents, coming at them from all directions.
Sets it up. Coleman with the open opportunity, and it's good.
Anderson showing some nice passing on that play. He gave it to him right where he needed it to score.
Billups directing traffic from the left side. Only 5 left on the shot clock. Anderson right up on his man. Clock's at 1.
Billups is shooting 80% from the floor.
Nice job of locating a shot and getting it off.
The defense played that about as well as they could play it. They forced him into a tough shot with the clock winding down. The shooter just made a really great shot that time.
The Nuggets have dropped into the key and are allowing the long-range shots. What a pass! Advances up court. Billups guarded by Anderson. He has a mismatch here.
He's going to be...
What a play! Jamal Mashburn. Shot clock's at 5. 3 to shoot. Billups beats the clock. Doesn't go. Coleman with the nice rebound.
He's doing a terrific job of establishing position for those boards.
Jones at the rim, able to finger roll.
The Hornets would like to cut into the lead.
Well, the scoring has improved, but they still have a long ways to go. Jones rises up, misses the 2. The Nuggets not able to respond.
Coleman is not allowing the other team to get many second chances. His defensive rebounding has continued to be very impressive. Mashburn is shooting 45% from the field. Anderson is showing us a prime example of how to contribute without scoring. He's the playmaker right now, setting his teammates up with some well-placed passes for the assist.
Kenyon Martin with the emphatic dunk. The Hornets cut into the lead but have not been able to stop the other team from scoring.
They're playing with better control and need to continue getting back into this game one possession at a time.
Mashburn on the pull-up. Yes!
Anderson is really seeing the court well tonight. He's doing a great job of setting up his teammates.
Coleman is all over his man. Martin charged with the offensive foul, his first personal. Setting it up. Billups called for the reach-in. It's his first personal.
Chauncey Billups. That's his first personal. Team foul number 2.
The Hornets are looking very active on the offensive end. The momentum is on their side.
Billups lost track of where he was. That's a backcourt violation.
Credit the defense for pressuring the ball and making things difficult.
Mashburn tees it up.
That mid-range area has been the Achilles heel for this defense. They just can't seem to stop the other team from taking those 15 to 18 footers. Points from that distance have been a big part of their offense.
Puts down the one-hander.
They look very, very confident shooting the basketball.
The defense has not looked strong during this stretch.
They're going to turn the ball over unless they start making smarter passes.
10 on the shot clock. Good fake. Layup's good. Denver could have prevented that basket.
The defense should have rotated to pick up the man with the ball.
Billups right at the basket. The Hornets have played better as the game progresses, but continue to have their share of problems at the defensive end.
Number 12.
This lead will be back. Mashburn might be heating up here. That's 3 in a row. Look for his team to get him the ball on offense.
About 40 seconds left in the quarter. Solid defensive play by West. Off the mark from the post. Mashburn sets it up near the middle. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Four to shoot. 3 to get it off. Jamal Mashburn with the tomahawk. A spectacular finish. No shot clock now as time winds down. Anthony from about 50. Halfway through this one, the Hornets trail by 3.
They look like a much more confident team than earlier in the game. Great way to end the second quarter.
The other team has to be very unhappy to find themselves in such a close game. Here are the key players at the half. Billups with a tight-fisted defensive stand. Jackson with 3 showing. Lays it up for 2. Billups did not look ready defensively.
He has to be better prepared when his man is that close to the basket.
Martin from close range. Finger rolls it for 2. Brings it up court. The Hornets have battled back to make this a close game and look determined to stay in the ball game. Advances up court. Billups with the change of direction. Jones with the shot. Can't hit for 2. The layup doesn't go. Another rebound secured by Anthony. He shoots. The two's no good.
Drew extended himself there to force him into the difficult shot.
Ten seconds to get a shot off. Here's Jackson. Comes up with two.
Drew is doing a nice job of finding the open player for the assist.
Anthony gets it off. Robinson contests the shot. Team foul number one picked up by the Hornets. Makes the first. He makes them both. He blows the layup. He has his second rebound of the game. Jones beats him with a crossover. Jones with the facial. Drew bringing it up court. He tees it up, misses the long two. He collects the rebound. Jones advances the ball. They get whistled for the backcourt violation.
That was a careless play, Mark. There was very little pressure from the defense.
Jones with the sound defense. That's team foul number one on the Nuggets.
Team foul number one.
Martin is crashing the boards and making sure the other team doesn't get any second chances.
Jones with the jump shot.
Jones is shooting under 35% from the floor.
Ten seconds showing on the shot clock.
Jackson needed a much better pass to complete the alley-oop. That was clearly not the result they were looking for.
The Hornets with great footwork to stay in front of their man. Comes up empty.
Their defensive rebounding is still very solid, Mark.
They haven't given up many second chance opportunities. Jones, little room to move, gets two from in close.
The isolation play was executed to perfection. Great job finishing the play.
Drew is met by Billups. Jackson with the jumper, hits the two. Jones at the basket.
They keep knocking down shot after shot. This team looks confident and they're ready to put this one away.
Sets it up. Ten to put it up. From in deep.
McClure made a quick move to get open for the alley-oop. Great job by his teammate to hit him with the pass.
Jones is whistled for stepping on the line.
Those are the kind of mistakes that drive a coach crazy. Unforced turnovers.
He has the upper hand of this matchup. Jackson with the facial.
Mark Jackson.
Jones working from the right side. Drew making a defensive statement. The loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets. Puts it up from the perimeter. Misfires from three.
This team is doing the right things on defense.
The shooter was pressured into a tough three-point.
New Orleans. New Orleans. Substitutions. New Orleans.
Watch the clock.
Miller pulls up. Anderson with the assist.
He comes up with another assist. He has really done a nice job of keeping his teammates involved tonight.
Counted for two.
Anthony.
From the perimeter, 10 on the shot clock. Hits it for three. Nene with the ball. He won't be denied. The Hornets did not look very organized defensively on that possession.
A defensive rotation could have prevented that basket.
Anderson working from the middle. The Hornets pass it around looking for a hole in the defense. Coleman is fouled and it'll be charged to Boykins. Can't hit the first. Coleman makes one of two. Setting it up on the right. With the jumper, the Nuggets are ahead by three. Nene practically hugging his man defensively, and we are all tied up. He was able to hit with a man in his face. A nice shot by Jones. From the paint, can't hit for two. The miss, and it goes out of bounds. Anderson handling, setting it up. Miller defended by Anthony. With the shot
to number 30.
Jones is whistled for the foul, his second personal.
Number 3.
It drops. He hits both. Advances up court.
Hornets to number 4.
Miller commits the foul, his first. Jones will try to earn those points from the free throw line.
He did a terrific job of selling the pump fake to get the defender off his feet and then drawing the contact.
The Hornets taking their time and getting that extra touch. Coleman is 8 for 13 from the field. Backing down. 5 on the shot clock. Nene posting up. Sinks the hook shot. Jones with the notion to fire. Can't make the long two. Boykins from in close. Finger rolls good. He elevates, and we have a tie game.
Mashburn able to avoid the block to drain that shot. What a play.
Boykins advances the ball. Boykins picked up by Anderson. Jones being guarded closely off the mark.
Coleman is doing a stellar job rebounding the basketball. He's playing with energy and crashing the boards on every possession.
Boykins from up close. It rattles the rim and it drops. He puts it up. The Hornets lead by 2.
Anderson able to shoot it over the defender.
Brings it up court, setting it up.
Good pressure D to force that turnover.
This has been a terrific defensive performance.
The pressure is causing the other team to turn the ball over.
Loose ball, last touch by the Hornets. Martin returns to the action for the Nuggets. Here's Billups. Hits for 2.
The Nuggets had the matchup advantage on that possession, and they capitalized on it.
About 35 seconds left in the quarter. Anderson with no room to breathe. They've used their last foul
in the last 2 minutes.
It's good. Anderson gets them both. Elson seeing his first action of the night for the Nuggets.
Francisco Elson.
Advances up court, setting it up on the left. Jones tries from downtown, makes the turnaround. The shot clock's been turned off. 13 seconds remaining on the clock. Mashburn up with the shot, misses from just inside the arc. Anthony with the open shot. And that's the end of the third quarter. The Hornets trail by 1. They managed to complete the comeback, but they're behind going into the fourth quarter.
It's not over yet, Marv. It should be a great battle.
Billups covered by Anderson. Launches it from downtown. Mashburn with the foul. That's his first personal, first team foul. Anthony able to hit from the line. Second shot is good. Anthony gets them all to drop. The Hornets are bringing in some fresh legs to try and turn things around here. Ten seconds remaining on the shot clock. Only 5 left on the shot clock. From down low, can't.
Nice strip. You gotta watch his quick hands.
Anderson setting it up.
Anderson saw an opening, hugged the basket, and made a spectacular play to complete the alley-oop.
Anderson swats it away. Coleman from point-blank range. The Hornets respond at the offensive end.
End-to-end action, Marv. This type of play is a fan's dream. Not a lot of defense and lots of offense.
Smith elevates, rattles it in. Another strong play. He's doing an excellent job at the offensive end.
The defense better pick up the intensity if they want to keep this game close.
Hits the 2.
That was an impressive play. The ball handler called for the isolation and beat his defender.
Sets it up. Smith pulling up from downtown. The Nuggets have a 7-point lead.
That was an excellent post-up. They got him the ball in position to score.
Pulling up, Anthony challenged by Anderson.
Anthony is shooting over 70% from the field.
Anderson with the ball. Off the mark with the turnaround. Coleman at the rim gets 2 with the finger roll. Billups sets it up near the top. Anthony takes him into the air. He shoots.
The pump fake to free himself from the defender for that basket.
Into the game.
That's a nice read on offense.
Number 17, Bryce Drew.
Hornets trying to find the open man. 10 seconds showing on the shot clock. Great defense by Anthony. He just completed an outstanding defensive play.
Great timing, Marv. He picked the right moment to go for the ball.
Billups right at the basket. Hits the finger roll. Out of bounds. The officials say it's last touch by the Nuggets.
New Orleans, number 21, Jamal McGee.
Mashburn with 3 left. It doesn't go. He had to get rid of it. Denver will have to play defense for another possession after giving up that offensive rebound.
They need to box out on every shot.
The three is off. No good on the tip. He hustles it down. Billups, played by Drew. Fires from downtown. The three doesn't go. West is there. The shot. Brown contested by Billups. Billups with the foul. That's his second personal. First team foul. Brown hits the free throw. He makes them both. The ball being worked around by Denver. Puts it up from downtown. The Nuggets go up by 10. Elson is whistled for the foul, his second personal.
Cisco Elson. That's his second personal. Team foul, number 2.
Only 5 to get a shot off. Brown elevates and shoots.
Anderson. That's his first personal. Team foul, number 3.
Anderson with the foul. That's his first personal, third team foul. Brown hits his first. Anderson with a second board of the game. Carmelo Anthony flushes it down. Mashburn is charged with the offensive, and that'll be his second personal.
Mashburn into the game for the Hornets. Number 32.
Billups working in the middle. Anthony from downtown. He is finding his stroke out there. That's 3 in a row for him.
I'd like to see them keep feeding him the ball and see just how hot he can get.
He crosses over. Brown out of the crowd. Brown is fouled, and he's being sent to the line.
Number 4.
It drops.
Are at the limit.
The Nuggets are still very focused on...
Timeout is called.
Denver.
Some players coming off the bench for the Nuggets.
14, Eduardo Navarra. And number 25, Anthony Harden.
The Nuggets go up by 16.
The Nuggets have established another big lead and are playing very well.
It looked like it was going to be a close finish, but we're now on our way to a blowout. Drew handling. West closely guarded. West was hit on the attempt and is sent to the line. He gets it to fall. puts it down with emphasis. Carmelo Anthony. Setting it up on the right. McGlow working the post. Jumper's good. Anthony with the step. Anthony being played by Robinson. Anthony is able to draw the foul. Anderson returning to play for the Hornets.
Number 12, Kenny Anderson.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 1. Anthony puts it up. Robinson challenges the shot. Anthony is hit on the shot and will head to the line to shoot 2.
Number 3.
First shot is good. Two for 2. Jones checks back into the game for the Hornets.
Eddie Jones.
He sets up on the right. Jones hacked on the way up, and he'll head to the line.
To the line, shooting 1, Eddie Jones.
The Hornets able to take advantage of the three-point play. Mashburn substitutes back in for the Hornets.
24, Jamal Mashburn.
Anthony stepped on the line. Miller re-enters the game for the Hornets.
Brad Miller.
Setting it up on the right. No good from three-point land.
The Nuggets going back to the man with the hot hand.
Anthony.
From the post, the two's no good. Nahara with another rebound. Anthony rises up, can't hit from downtown. He bothered the shooter enough to force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense by Mashburn. The delivery by Elson. Miller guarded by Elson. Anthony with the block. Smith with room. The Nuggets lead by 22.
As a team, they need to make a greater effort to communicate on defense and challenge shots.
Blocked by Nahara.
The double team did not come fast enough to prevent the offensive player from scoring.
Smith from close range, able to finger roll. Jones tees it up, no good from the right of the circle. He comes up with it. From the low block, finger rolls it for 2. Mashburn shooting, comes up empty. Coleman gets another board. Finger rolls good.
Denver
using it
for the Nuggets.
Four new players coming into the game for the Nuggets. Boykins is met by Anderson.
Smith with a nice pump fake. Got the defender in the air and flew right by him for that bucket.
Brings it up court. A spectacular dunk. Derrick Coleman. Shoots from downtown. Misfires from three. Coleman able to grab another ball. Setting it up.
He's going to try and use his height against his man. Look for him to work the post game.
He tees it up. The Hornets trail by 20. Used his length and forced the shooter to shoot it over him. Some good defense played by Mashburn. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. Boykins at the basket gets two with the finger roll. Anderson is fouled, and it'll be charged to Coleman.
Derrick Coleman.
The shot clock is off as they play this out. Jones knocked it loose and got the steal.
That was some good, pesky defense that time. Here's that play one more time.
There's the final buzzer. The Nuggets had a spectacular all-around game.
It was a blowout, Marv. They put on a good show on their home court.
Here's tonight's player of the game. Here are the stats for tonight's game.